satellite. Body love in every size. Feel the vibe and energize. No shame, no fear, just joy. Every curve we deploy. You hit play, let's make some noise. Oh, Chubs go wild, living free, living style. Turn it up, turn it loud. Chubs gone wild. Big hearts, big love, big dreams. Breaking molds, tearing seams. Together we're the ultimate team. Oh, Chubs go wild. Feel the pride, feel beguiled. This is us unreconciled. Chubs go wild.
Hey everybody, welcome to the huge milestone episode of Chubbs Gone Wild. This is episode 600. It is Tuesday, July 21st, 2026, and it is a interesting 82 degrees outside in Chubland, which is very odd for July in California, but I'm not complaining.
The whole week is under 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's just weird.
It's bizarre.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're gonna have 100 degrees around late October, but I don't know anymore. It's just weird. Hey, guess what? It's only 102 days till Halloween and 157 days until Christmas. And I know you've already got your shopping done.
I have.
Yes. And don't forget that well, in less than 1 month, certain somebody has a little birthday coming up.
No? Oh, who?
That would be you.
I don't enjoy birthdays the same way you do.
I know, but I enjoy your birthday for you.
Did you know that this year we're not celebrating the birthdays, the group,
What group?
our group?
Oh, that's
No,
fine.
no birthday parties this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Not what I just heard yesterday, but whatever. I do know that coming up very soon we have two other birthdays in our circle.
Yeah, and I know one of them does not want to have a celebration.
Well, that's fine because I don't feel like celebrating him.
Oh.
No, not in a mean, bitter way, but
Oh,
just
that
because he's
just
very, I
oh, I'm
know that
sorry. It
how
just
he
sounded
feels,
like
and
you.
I'm
Yeah.
just okay if that's how you feel, that's fine.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna judge
Much.
verbally or on the show. All right. Let's see here. It is, of course, Monday, July 21st, and today let us enjoy a beautiful 600th affirmation. I use my power wisely. I am strong and I am safe. All is well. Oh, that's lovely. It means you have a lot of money in the bank, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, so yes, I do. What? What?
I'm saying is that's usually what, I am
Oh,
powerful, I am strong, I am safe. It usually means,
I am woman.
hear me roar, with tits too big to ignore. I'm,
Oh,
I'm,
well,
I,
that's
I'm
that's
talking about
really
myself,
that's
but
insensitive, but
no,
okay.
no, I'm talking about myself.
Well, except you were talking about women and
What's
you're
wrong with that?
horrible,
Maybe I'm being gender affirming to myself.
but you're not. So that makes it even
Oh,
worse.
you're judging my genderness.
No, no, I'm judging your lying.
Whatever. All right. Hey, let's talk about Patreon, which offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcast videos, books, and other items here and there, including some songs, which will be coming down the pike. A little foreshadowing. Anyway, we want to thank our amazing current patrons, Clint, Nephi, Nick, Dudestasage from the Universe, Sean, Eric, Charles, Phoenix Dave, Scott, Brother Sinatus, Kingsley, Kathy Bacon, and Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame to find out how you can support our projects for as little as $1 a month. And thank you for being with us on this amazing 600th episode. You know, we started out with a different name. No Fats, No Femmes. That was our original version of Chubb's Gone Wild.
And that was not my choice.
No, but it also, nobody really got it. So I think Chubb's fits us much better. Chubb's Gone Wild. That's what we are. That's what we do. Not always on the show, but in private, we go pretty wild, right?
Sure.
All right. Hey, in history, on July 21st, in 1972, comedian George Carlin was arrested for his infamous seven dirty words routine. Charges were dropped, but a later complaint about a broadcast of his act would propel the issue of indecent speech to the Supreme Court. And luckily, it wasn't the Supreme Court we have now. Just saying, we'd probably lose our speech altogether. Anyway, also on July 1st, in 365, a powerful earthquake off the coast of Greece causes a tsunami that devastates the city of Alexandria, Egypt. I'll get there. Let's see. Although there were no measuring tools at the time, scientists now estimate that the quake was actually two tremors in succession, the largest of which was thought to have a magnitude of 8.0, or well, 8. Anyway, 8. The tsunami wave then rushed in and carried the ships over the seawalls, landing many on top of buildings, and approximately 5,000 people lost their lives and 50,000 homes were destroyed. The surrounding villages and towns suffered even greater destruction, and many were virtually wiped off the map. Outside the city, 45,000 people were killed. In addition, the inundation well, basically the salt water that came in rendered farmland useless for years to come.
Wow, that's a really positive one to talk about on our 600th.
I know, but you know, when it's history, they don't usually write about the good stuff.
And anyway, it would be 8.0 was correct.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you.
And also on this week,
Mhm.
in 1970, the number one song in the nation was Close to You by the Carpenters.
Oh, I long to
55
be
years ago.
close to you. Well, I wasn't around then.
Yeah, you were.
Well, I was still incubating.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, I really like that song. That's one of the things is Barry and the Carpenters. You have made me love them. Okay. Well, see if we celebrated some holidays. It is National Global Hug Your Kids Day. Nope. Don't have any, don't want any. Let's see. So, invite an alien to live with you day. Wow, is that more pertinent than it's ever been before? Although it depends on what kind of alien. It's also legal drinking age day. Wouldn't every day be legal drinking age day?
No.
No? Why? You have to be legal to drink.
Do you?
Hmm. So I'm told. It's National Be Somebody Day, or Be Someone. Well, we've done that, so yay! Let's see, National Get Out of the Doghouse Day. Okay. Junk food. I have had some pretzels. I've had some junk food.
No.
It's National Lamington Day. When's the last time you went Lamington? Okay. Tug of war tournament. Did you ever play tug of war?
I'm sure.
Yeah, they always wanted me in the back. That was a mistake. Instead of anchoring, it just when they pulled us over, I'd fall on them and crush them. So they're bad. It's also take a monkey to lunch day. What? Don't like them. That's why I don't want to go to any of those Asian countries where they walk on those paths with the monkeys grabbing at them and stealing the bags and stuff. I'm like, you just grab that monkey and swing it.
I just watched a show on Costa Rica. They've got monkeys too.
Ugh. I mean, I don't
They're
hate monkeys.
thieves.
I
They're
just
fucking
don't want to
thieves, is
be
what they
around
are.
them. Yeah,
They,
exactly.
you have to keep you can't open up your windows
Hmm.
because they'll come in and they'll steal shit out of your hotel rooms.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
horrible.
They're
They're
awful
horrible.
little creatures. Yeah. But oh, the little ones though that like fit in the palm of your hand and stuff, they're very cute. I don't want one or to be around one really, but they're very cute. But all right, well let's see if some celebratory birthdays. Happy birthday to Mr. Don, whose birthday party I actually went to on Saturday. It was close, walkable. It was very nice. And let's see, also to author V.E. Foster. Happy birthday to our local property salesman, Brian. And we also have, let's skip those. And all right, happy birthday to Gerald, the Compton. Okay. Mr. Bear. We also have Alyssa, Mitchell, Molly, Sebastian, actor Benjamin, who was in a number of our plays. We also have Chase and local legend DJ Joe Tierney. Yes. We also have Josh. Eric. Eric is from the Pride 48 network. Happy birthday. And posthumously, my Uncle Mark, who passed away a number of years ago. All right. Those were fun birthdays. Just checking. Yeah, nobody posted on our page about 600 episodes. Sorry. Hmm, so sad. Well, what we have next. Oh my God, I almost forgot his Anifa's birthday too. We got to give him a birthday shout out. And as we do, let's see what's in our feedback. Mr. Sean wrote in and said, seems like any time I went to a video store on Friday, most of the new releases were already gone. So I guess video store Fridays weren't all that exciting.
Well, that you weren't there early enough and you didn't wait in the return line. You gotta learn how to work the video stores.
Oh, well,
I mean, if I was there on a Friday,
yeah.
I would actually. I found that because remember they did 2 nights. Some were 2 nights, some were 3 nights, depending on the video store. It wasn't just overnight. And so, if you got there on
Hmm.
Thursdays, because the new movies came out on Tuesday, so they had to be back. And most people, surprisingly, the majority of the people would bring their movies back on their way to work and drop them in the overnight drop
Oh,
off.
okay.
So they didn't forget when they got
Hmm.
home and get in late and that kind of thing. So usually, first thing in the morning on Thursdays was a real good time as well.
Well, cool. Let's see. Timothy wrote in and said, you guys were right. It was British. Talking about the
Well, and I know why he'd be confused is
uh,
the host is Australian,
yes, and it also takes place in
Italy.
Italy, or at least the first one did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's very
It looked
yeah,
hot. Didn't it look hot there? They weren't ever sweaty, but it looked hot.
yeah. Well, at least something in the show looked hot. Let's see. Mr. Moose wrote in and said, "Congratulations on recording your 600 podcast. Seriously, that's a real accomplishment. Great job, gentlemen." Thank you, Mr. Moose. Really appreciate that. And also, at the top of the show, you heard a little segment of a 600th episode theme song gift that Mr. Nephi sent to the show. So we wanted to thank him for that as well. And thank you guys. At least somebody remembered us, right?
Oh,
After
calm
600
down.
episodes.
Calm down. Now you're just kind of trying to guilt people.
Where are the presents? Where are the accolades? We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have a
Where's
phone
the
line, so we don't expect calls, but you know.
yeah, where's the presents? That's exactly what you're worried. Oh, you would have thought some gifts or something.
Yeah, some chocolate, a little,
No,
no,
remember, you
not
don't
really.
ship chocolate during the summertime.
Oh, that's true. That's very, very true. Oh, now I'm depressed. All right. Let's see. Chub Hugs. What you got?
Actually, what's really good for depression? Chocolate.
Chocolate. I know, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You could go up to the store and get some,
mm,
well, you have
yeah,
Walmart deliver chocolate.
exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, what you got for Chub Hugs?
First of all so many people are being affected by weather that has nothing to do with climate change.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy how many floods, tornadoes in places that don't normally get tornadoes.
Yeah.
Texas has been hit hard.
Hmm.
There's wildfires going on, and we're here at 82 degrees. So, one chub hug is to us for being fortunate to get a reprieve. The
Mm.
state fair's going on, and it's 82 degrees. Come
Yeah.
on.
That's pretty
They don't
nice.
even have to, they're not even turning on the misters this week because they don't need to.
Oh,
People are just getting cold and wet.
yeah, I love those chairs though. Chairs that you sit in and vibrate your feet after you've been walking all through the fair. Those are orgasmic.
Oh, oh, you walk through the fair?
Not for several years, but I used to. I'd be
Yeah,
driving out.
I only go to see the animals, and
Hmm.
then I go to get stuff in the food court, and then I'm done.
Yeah, I like the animals, but I would always be like, especially when I was with my dad, when he would take us, we would have to go through all the demonstrations and the collars, and they'd be, handing out free little gifts here and there, and all that bullshit. Oh, he just loved that stuff.
Well,
Oh, throwing the
oh,
dimes in the ashtrays. We ended up with a lot of ashtrays.
the thing that always made me laugh
Mm.
is that when you're driving around Sacramento and you see redwood trees out of nowhere,
Mm.
just these tall ass redwood trees. What the hell? They at the state fair they used to hand out baby redwoods to
Oh,
in the gardening area, and
huh.
so people went home and they planted those, and now they've got a 150-foot redwood tree in their front yard that they don't know what to do with.
Oh, I love that. Actually, I think it's cool when we see stuff like that. But yeah. All right. My Chub Hugs goes out to all of our listeners for supporting us for 600 episodes and loving us and listening, even if they don't send calls or chocolate or anything. We love them. We love every one of them. So, all right. Hey, in the news, the last time Americans likely noticed spiking prices at the grocery store was when eggs reached record highs. Well, since then, egg prices have fallen after the deadly avian flu outbreak was contained and producers built back supply. Well, now beef prices are hitting records, rising almost 9% since January. According to Department of Agriculture, they're retailing for $9.26 a pound. June's consumer prices index showed steak and ground beef prices were up 12.4% and 10.3% respectively over the last year. Yeah, let me tell you, girl, even when I go to Winco, when I walk by the steak aisle, I don't even look, eh, except This last time I did look at the end prices, and there's a piece of steak there for like $30. That's
Yeah,
just insane.
well, because I mean, we the past few years, ground beef has been about $2 or $3 a pound,
Yeah,
and
well,
which
they're in the ballpark.
well, two if it's on sale, three if it wasn't, and now there's on sale is $5 a pound for
Yeah,
ground beef.
yeah.
Ground beef, it's ridiculous.
I got one of those Chubs head. That not the like the 3 or 5 pound one, but like the 10 pound Chub, which is very awkward to carry in. But
Wait, what's a chub?
the big, it's just a big,
The roll?
yeah.
Okay,
They label it Chubs.
okay,
Hey, I'm going with it. It's wild. So, but I get the 10 pound one and I chop that up and put them in freezer bags and squish it and throw it in the freezer so I can eat it when I can. But yeah. But I got it on like super sale, so it was 10 pounds for like 20, no, 35 dollars. And that was a good deal.
yeah.
So, all right.
Wait, what was it 80/20,
I think
70
it's
30?
probably just like a 73.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah.
Well,
All right.
it tastes better anyway.
That's true. It does, but there's a lot of grease to drain off.
Yeah, but that's flavor.
Yes. All right. Now we have some very sad celebrity deaths this time. So
Well,
Tom would
yeah,
like
it was
to talk to you
it,
about that.
yeah, some weird things. Yeah. First of all, Dan Rivera, who's a pretty well-known paranormal um, ghost hunter guy.
Hmm.
He was on tour with the Annabelle doll. Um, and he died. Now
Ugh.
this guy's in his 40s and he just all of a sudden died. So don't fuck with Annabelle.
Yeah,
I'm
no
serious.
kidding.
Let's see, Connie Francis, who was famous for singing "Where the Boys Are."
Aw.
Um, uh, she was a singer and actress. She died at 87. I'm sorry that I never got that "Where the Boys Are" play completed. Oh, "Where the Boys Are" Key West.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
Let's see, a former NFL linebacker and Eagles Super Bowl champion, Brian Brayman, he died Thursday, months after being diagnosed with a rare form of cancer.
Hmm.
Um, Broadway and pop lyricist Alan Bergman died on the 17th at his home in Los Angeles. He was 99 years old. His birthday was actually coming up.
Oh.
Best known for um, writing for Streisand. He wrote Yentl with his wife, Marilyn
Oh.
Bergman. She just recently died. So,
Oh.
um, but uh, he had four Oscars. Uh, he didn't get a Tony, a bunch of Grammys. Yeah, he's very prominent lyricist, composer.
Hmm.
Also, let's see, Ellen Fulton, soap opera icon from As the World Turns. She just died at 91 years old. And
Hmm.
then today we just found out that Malcolm Jamal Warner, famous for The Cosby Show, Theo,
Hmm.
he died of an accidental drowning at 54 years old.
Jeez.
And it's all over the internet. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it took seconds before it was everywhere.
Yeah, I
It's,
learned it from you actually. I mean, not
yeah,
just now, but seeing this. But
right.
yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah. He and I were the same age.
Yeah, actually, his birthday's coming up on the 18th of August.
Yeah. So he was just a little bit older than me.
No, no, 18th of August.
Yeah.
We share a birthday.
Yes.
Oh, I thought
So
you'd be more impressed.
yeah, no, well, I noticed that when I looked up his stuff that you guys share a birthday, but that he and I shared a birth year, and I never realized that.
Ah, okay. Well, you
All
want to hear
right.
about my week?
I definitely do.
Okay. Well, uh, it's if anybody's on the internet, it's no one's going to be surprised or shocked with this spoiler, but Drag Race All Stars season 10 was won by Miss Ginger Minge,
Oh,
who
yay.
who deserves it, and boy, the haters are out
What? Why?
because they feel like that Rue just brought her on to win.
Well, if she's that
That
damn good.
that
Yeah.
she's that it was kind of that she's a ringer, and it's like, how is somebody a ringer if you know what? So you can't compete anymore because you're too good to be on a show.
Well, all
And
the others were really good too. I didn't see any ringer bullshit.
oh, come on, she
Oh,
won.
I
She
would
won
have thought that that little brat would have won.
Georgia's.
Yes, because
Yeah, well,
she's who I would have thought would be the ringer.
a lot of people thought Georgia should have won, so they're
Not
upset about
literal.
that. But it's like the way I look at it is
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get drama queens when you got drag queens that you're dealing with. So,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't surprise me at all. Big Brother this week, Zay went home first. Um, I hear he said something on the on the 24-hour feed that he apologized for, but I don't know what it was, and I didn't care enough to actually find out. Um, but he ended up going, and Rachel hated him, hated him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're already seeing some control happening here over, it's like, I feel bad because I want to get Rachel out because I can't stand her, but she is
Uh-huh.
going to be good drama. It's kind of a catch 22. Um, but I'd rather her go home because I just look back at like when they had Rob come back on Survivor, Boston Rob,
Mm-hmm.
and they just let him stay, and then he won, and it's like, of course he won. You can't let these groomed professional, OGs to come in and not win.
Right.
They know what they're doing. They know how to deal. Yeah, it just drives me crazy. Anyway, Zay's out, and I didn't
Yes,
get to.
he said I regretted it as soon as I said it.
What did he say?
I'm trying to find that. Obviously I wasn't planning. Okay, so yeah, apparently it was something ableist is what I'm seeing. Apparently
Okay,
everybody wants to bury it, so keep going and I'll figure
okay,
it out.
okay. Let's see. Finished up the first season of I Kissed a Boy over on Hulu, which was at first because the first episode, it's just one thing I don't like people watching people do is make out. So the first episode was kind of gross. But then it got more interesting as the thing went. Who did you feel you were the closest to, most like you in the show?
In the first season?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Uh, uh, Probably the comedian that got voted out or like left without like after two episodes or something.
You mean the Virgin?
Oh no. Oh hell no. He there's something up with that boy. No, the little comedian guy, the actor, he came in with one of the others, the one that they all went gaga for, and he never got kissed.
Oh, the one that says "Show me your Willie."
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I can't see myself being compared to any of the others. I mean, they were all, although I loved the two mustache guys.
Oh, the clones.
Yeah, loved them.
And did you notice I was talking about how he was like Freddie Mercury,
Uh-huh.
and then the one that he ends up with, I think Dan or Dave,
Uh-huh.
um, ends up dressing as Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
And then Ollie actually it was saying, well, to quote Freddie Mercury, and I'm like, of
Yeah.
course you are. But I thought it was so funny because And you saw the reunion show, right?
Yes, and I
Okay.
actually watched it and didn't skip through it like I do with the
Oh,
Bachelor
see,
stuff.
I skipped through all of the let's take a look back at that.
Oh,
Uh,
that part I did, but
yeah,
I
I skipped through
wanted
all
to
of that,
hear
but I
what they
wanted
had to
because
say. Yeah.
especially after we found out that the first couple weren't together. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, now I've got to find out if, and it turns out that um four couples that were left at the end, only one stayed together, and it was
Yep.
the clones. The
Yeah.
clone meets clone. So there you go.
I
And
was,
I
go
say
ahead.
clone because that's the Castro clone look back
Right.
from the late 70s.
Yeah, I was disappointed that the kind of femme uh couple, the first couple that appeared on the show.
Yeah, they were so pretty and they seemed
Uh,
so they liked each other so what much, and then all of a sudden, uh I just it was my fault. I just didn't I wasn't I didn't know
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But I was disappointed that they didn't stay together. The rest of them, whatever. They were okay. It would have been great if they'd worked out, but that one ginger guy with the real heavy lisp,
You mean the
he
with the
seemed
bowl haircut?
uh, mm, I don't think
Oh,
so.
you're talking the one with the nose ring?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. He just had this weird like flip-flopping constantly, and I was like, I don't know. You come off as all passive and stuff, but I think you're more passive aggressive. But I like the guy that he was with, though. He seemed to be nice, the heavier guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me it was well, I wasn't interested in any of them, and they were all it's just it's interesting seeing gay people around only with gay people because you get
Mhm.
to see them in a different you get to see us in a different view when you see gay people with no
Right.
heterosexual people, because when the parents and the families came in,
Hmm.
everybody acted different.
Yeah, there was no masking when there weren't a lot of straight people around. And I think that's one of the things with the Virgin, the Mormon guy. He was always masking. He wanted a straight male acting somebody,
Yeah,
and
he wanted a Superman. He
yeah,
wanted you know not Robert Redford, but that he wanted the idea of whatever today's masculinity is. That's that,
exactly.
and yeah, but
Yeah.
he ends up he's going to date the guy again, or they're going to go out. I think that's a mistake. He's going to be a problem, the Virgin, for
Oh
a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
Because he still has this false sense of what being gay is.
Right.
And
He's a gaby and he doesn't know himself. He hasn't gone through all the bullshit,
well,
and
yeah, but it's different. It's not just
he's got
Gaby.
religious damage.
Is Yeah, it's not just Gaby. It's just it's kind of like the guy who's only watched porn his entire life, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
his perception of sex is not what anybody else's is unless they have been watching the same bad porn that he has.
We have to
That's
have six positions every time we have sex, and we have to do it like this,
and you
and
got to slap it, and
spit it, and
you got to make sure the camera
choke
can
it.
see you. And the problem is some people are like they're like looking for a camera
Uh-huh.
because the guy's always looking for a camera, make sure I'm in the shot, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway, I liked the first season for what it was. I have watched 3 episodes of the second season, and the first season was way better.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to be starting
Mm.
hopefully soon. Maybe even after this.
Okay.
Let's see. Bachelor in Paradise. I've gone through 3 episodes and quickly, I should say, gone through 3 episodes, and on the third episode, the Goldens started arriving. So
Okay.
the
Nice.
the Golden Bachelor and Bachelorettes. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to be a mix, I guess. So um, it's going to be interesting. I just don't want to see a lot of sagging bodies and bikinis and bathing suits and stuff.
We are what we are.
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't mean I have to watch it. I want to see firm, hairy bodies. Get rid of the girls. We can get rid of them too, so that's fine. Well, actually, we might see some more hairy bodies because there
Well,
aren't any really with the cast when the Goldens come in. So who knows? We might get something good.
well, it's kind of like if you look at I Kissed a Boy, if that were done in America, the men that they would have as contestants would be very different.
I agree. I agree. Um,
I'm not
uh,
saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying it would be cast differently.
sure, and I think if it was in Brazil, it'd be cast differently too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So. Actually, I come to think about it, the uh, it was the Japanese show or Korean show
Yes,
that
Japanese.
yeah, and that was really interesting because talk about totally different
Yeah.
as far as culture goes. But it is kind of interesting seeing what goes on, different places. Anyway, let's see. On the Gilded Age last night, oh my God, Christine Baranski, I laugh and I cheer whenever she talks.
Mm.
Um, and she found out that her footman just made $10 million, the equivalent of $10 million today. Um, in that time period, which $10 million was a whole lot more than $10 million is today.
Uh,
You can do so much with that, and everything was, because now she doesn't have her money, and the footman now has more money than she does, and somebody said, "Oh, I'm sure things couldn't." Um, and I can't remember what the line before it was, but she goes, "Not possible," and I just laughed and laughed and laughed. It almost makes me want to go back and watch it again. But
uh,
we did find out that Agnes, who got married last week to the Duke, is in England now, and his mother is a cunt, and but in a good way. She just wants her to be able to pass as a royal now that she's a royal instead of some girl from New York. And so the mother's doing what she thinks is the best for her and the family, because you can't run around with a bathing suit on the front lawn of Buckingham Palace, if you're a
uh,
royal. You just don't do that. And so she's trying to show her the best way to be a duchess, and she hates it because her mom basically let her get away with shit. Anyway, I love the show. Let's see. We just started the third season of Discovery of Witches. Um, Gypsy's going to be closing on August 17th. That's the day before what would have been Malcolm Jamal Warner's birthday.
yeah.
And last night was the final episode, the final showing of Sunset Boulevard on Broadway. It closed. It was expected to close. I mean, this is the time that they've been saying the whole time. If you, I always look at Nicole Scherzinger, and I don't know why I put her on such a pedestal because I mean, I know Sunset Boulevard, but she's a pussycat doll and she's a Masked Singer judge. So I don't know why I had her like so hoity-toity, and then she's on Hot Wings and she's fucking hilarious. Well, not Hot Wings, the hot ones, where they taste the spicy wings,
Yeah.
on YouTube. Such a She's so good in it. It was so funny, and I just have a new love for her. Over on I don't know what's going on right now. Half the time I touch my touch screen and it says, you're obviously dead because it won't move. And the other time I'm trying to just scroll and it picks up anything I touch. So
Uh,
it's weird. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the challenge is back on Paramount Plus. This is the one where they bring back people from Road Rules and from um, uh, uh, what was the house where you went to the house?
Oh, yeah.
Real world.
Yes.
And then, and sometimes occasionally you'll get somebody from like Survivor or a Big Brother in here, but basically it's those people now, and they keep bringing back the old people, and these poor people are like, some of them are in their 50s doing these horrible challenges, and they're all looking like hell. And
Hey,
I was
they might be able to become the transportation secretary if they keep it
Yeah.
up.
Well,
Yeah.
I was arguing this with somebody about how terrible they all looked.
Hmm.
And and his argument was, well, they're getting older, It's like, they're doing reality television to get, you know, advance their, get money. And it's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine, but you are on television. You're supposed to, you got to look good on these shows. I
Okay.
mean, when you start looking like crap, they're not going to call you anymore.
That's why I don't get calls.
That's right. Um, and then it was funny. I was watching on YouTube. Some guy was shooting the Bryant Park Broadway concerts. They have at Bryant Park every year, and they bring in all sorts of people from the Broadway shows. Basically, it's a free concert. They're not dressed in costume. They come in usually with a t-shirt representing whatever show they're in,
Okay.
and perform. And a lot of it is you get a lot of understudies, or you get like uh, uh, they have a school in New York and Los Angeles. The New York one really focuses a lot on stage work as well as film and television, but a lot of stage work. So they had some of those kids in performing kids songs from current Broadway, songs sung by kids.
Hmm.
Um, so that was really fun. But what was really funny was the guy who shot the video during "If You're Good to Mama" from Chicago.
Yeah.
He started singing along. So, and he's like this older guy, and he's like, "If you're good to mama," and it was just funny in the background. But
Yeah.
I appreciated the fact of like, I appreciate the fact of when these people do take the time to sit there for hours filming
Mhm.
content,
Yeah.
and I know that I can see in California because I
Yeah.
can't be there to see it in New York, and I can watch it indoors where it's hot and sweltery outside and they're in the sun. I'm indoors and
Yeah.
cool and comfortable. So I appreciate that too.
Well,
Um,
I look back at I've watched some Paul Simon and Garfunkel when they did the concerts in the parks, like in the late 70s, early 80s,
yeah, it was
that I
it
could
was
never have experienced, and now I can because somebody took the time to do that. So I know what you mean. What you mean?
okay. That's it.
Really? Okay. Well, that's awesome. By the way, I did find out what he said.
Oh,
And he said after something, I guess, with a chess game,
yeah, they were playing chess.
and he said, "Oh shit, I'm a fucking," and then he said the R word, uh, and
Oh,
and then declared, realizing his mistake, "Damn, I shouldn't say that word," and then was told, "No, you shouldn't," and he said, "Damn it, that was one of the things I was working on not saying for this."
which means he
So,
says it all the time.
yeah. Anyway, so he has offered a an apology, but you know, there you go. Um, at least it wasn't as bad as some of the other things that some people has said on that show, which showed that they were total fuckheads.
Well, and you got to remember though,
Yeah.
and I'm not making an excuse,
Okay.
but imagine being on video 24 hours a day and watching your P's and Q's.
Oh, I know. I mean, thankfully I've weeded out most of my words like that type of thing, although I never really said that many of them. But yeah, I'd still cuss up a storm and then realize, oh, sorry. Okay.
I said the C word on the show today.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh gosh, I didn't notice.
yeah,
Quite.
just Oh, you're just terrible. It's a good thing he doesn't listen.
Yeah, that's my like I have lost all control word otherwise. Yeah. Okay, moving on to my week. I have not been able to watch a whole bunch, but I did finish season one, of course, of I Kissed a Boy, and we talked about that. I started season two. I started watching Back to the Frontier on Max. I watched the first episode. I think there's two, maybe three now, and I'm gonna keep watching that because I love that type of show where they basically take a modern family who's all addicted to their gadgets and they don't know jack poop about the olden times, and then they basically put them back in the 1800s and make them live exactly like they would back then, like to the extreme, like this is how you lived. And there was the one woman had a meltdown over finding out about what an outhouse was, and that's how they used the bathroom. And she like literally stood there just sobbing about it. I understand her. I feel her pain. That's why I don't do it. But I like watching her do it. But
What, sob?
no, have to do all that stuff. So, and then there was a gay couple with two young, well, I guess they were like 8, 9 year old boys that were they're just addicted to the devices and the Game Boys and all that stuff. So they
Hey,
are just little
boys.
monsters, you know. Yeah. Um, so anyway, apparently all the evangelicals just melted down over having the gay couple on there. And oh well, looks fun to me. So anyway, just putting it out there. It is on Max and or HBO Max, and it looks really, really fun. So I'm gonna keep watching it. All right. Other than that, I didn't get to watch much, but I did watch three Jason Statham movies this week, starting with Death Race 2008, which I had already seen but didn't really remember. So I watched that, and it actually turned out that it was much better than I would have given it credit for remembering. Um, yeah, so very fun. Basically, they kill his wife and set it up that he did it so that because he's a race car driver, um, and really good. So they get him into this prison, and of course, then he has to do death race. And honestly, it hmm, poor Tom's frozen. It's really horrible because like he's blowing his nose and it's just like stuck there. Anyway, um, hopefully he'll come back. And so Death Race, yes. Anyway, the if you like explosions and fast cars, and but smartly done, you'll like this. It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. And then we had Redemption, which was another Jason Statham movie. And in this one, basically what happens is he was a specially trained special ops military guy and um, was in a tank and saw his whole platoon basically get blown away. Um, and he was the only one that survived, and it messed with his head. And so he became somebody that was like drunk on the street. And well, then he ended up like having to run away from bad people, got his life all cleaned up and everything, and then did a whole bunch of bad shit, but for good reasons. Met a nun, and he and the nun had a wonderful time together, if you know what I mean. Winky, winky. And then the nun went off to Africa, and well, anyway, no spoilers for the rest of the movie. That's Redemption.
Oh, yeah, because everyone's going to want to know what happens.
Well, actually, it was a really well done movie. And, I like some of these when it's not, you can tell the ones that are just schlock, like, we want a fast buck off of this, but it'll probably end up going to video. And then there's ones like these where they actually add some emotional range. And, he's never going to win an Oscar or anything like that, but it's pretty good. Um, and then let's see, the next one was Safe, which is basically this young Asian girl has the gift of instant memorization for numbers and being able to like add things up and all that type of stuff. She's like a little math genius. Um, and so the Chinese, I guess, mob ends up like using her for um, running messages and doing numbers and all that stuff. And so as they transport her, the Italian or the was it Italian? I think it was Italian. I don't know. One of the other mobs, Russian, that's what it was. Mob wants to get her, and well, then it's this whole big thing after him. And of course, Jason Statham is a rogue person who ends up seeing what's going on. Ex-cop saves her, protects her, kills everybody. You know, Jason Statham movie. So it's very fun. I enjoy it. And that's another one that actually has some good range. And then I finished watching All the Kids Baking Championships, and the last one was kind of sad. They, I swear, they had this one little I think she was Mexican, but she was at least Latino, little girl. She was 9 years old, and I swear she was like a 40-year-old woman, and she just could bake. Oh my gosh, could she bake? But of course, she didn't win. But one of the things that I loved about this last episode, which was the final episode, and I don't really care to watch these shows again, um, is that all three of the finalists were not white. And you just know that it had to be irritating the hell out of all the fake Christian white people that were watching the show. Anyway, but uh it's a good fun show. Lots of tears this time. For some reason the kids became more emotional about it as the as the seasons went on. And but yeah, I'm done with that. All right. Well, now let's go ahead and move into some what would you do? Ready?
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh, you had to sit through my week. I'm so sorry. You had to hear about Jason Statham, who's so hot and sexy.
Ugh.
He is.
No, no. The hard part was listening to how you're validating Statham movies. Like,
I
oh, this
am.
one was really good, and this one, oh, well, this one really, captured the. Mwah. Okay.
Girl, you watch Big Brother. You should understand my obsession with Jason Statham. I'm just saying.
Oh, because I watch Big Brother? Oh, that's how I should.
Well, they're basically on the same parallel, just one's a movie and one's a reality show. But they're both schlock.
Oh no,
Right.
no, that's the whole point. You tried to validate him. You tried to
I
validate all
said there
three
was
of those
emotional
movies.
range and an in-depth
Uh,
of story. I didn't say that there wasn't a lot of action and
uh,
not enough nudity. Why do they not have him naked in every show?
yeah,
I don't understand.
he's got to have something in some clause that says no. I
I
don't want
guess.
I want you to I want to be judged on my acting. Oh girl, don't take
Well,
your shirt off.
I mean,
Take your shirt off.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's say we're out to dinner.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you're going out to dinner with a close group of friends when one of them, clearly tipsy, starts loudly sharing a story that includes personal details about another friend who isn't there. Details were told in confidence. The group laughs, thinking it's funny, but you can see how uncomfortable it would be if that person were present. You try to signal your friend to stop, but they brush it off and keep going. Excuse me. Saying something would make things awkward, but staying silent feels wrong. Later, the absent friend might hear about it, and they'll wonder why you didn't step in. What would you do? Speak up in the moment, talk privately later, or let it go? By the way, I feel a little judged because I asked AI to write a what would you do question randomly, and it came up with this, and I felt like it's watching us because this is very much our group of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I wouldn't say anything. I let them sort it out.
Oh, yeah. I would go, I don't think they're going to want you to be sharing this. And if they
Yeah.
brush me off at that point, let it go.
Yeah. That's their
And
issue.
and then I'll text them as they're telling their story to make
Yeah.
sure that I tried to stop him, but he still told the story about how you did this.
Mm-hmm. So,
And
yeah.
then bing, here's a text on his phone going, "Shut your fucking mouth." Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah. All right. Love it or hate it. Crocs with socks.
Well, of course, I'm wearing them right now.
Oh.
I'll tell you,
Oh.
Crocs without socks
Uh,
during the summertime, it's gross.
okay.
You slide around in them. Your feet get extra dirty because you got all the holes, letting all
Oh.
that dirt come in. And
Oh.
yeah, you gotta. I mean, I'll wear without socks if I'm around the pool or something, the beach or something like that, because
Mm,
I don't want wet socks.
mm,
But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's just great, and your feet smell.
yeah.
Ick.
Yeah, I am. I don't wear Crocs, but my mom wears Crocs and wears socks with them. Um, my my mom keeps trying to order new pairs of Crocs, and she orders the right size, but they never come in the right size, or they're too big or too small. And so we've given them to my friend Heather, we've given them to my Aunt Kendall, we've given them to our friends, and basically all of our friends are now just Croc wearers, and that's all they wear is like the Crocs that she gave them. So I guess they're very comfortable.
And they actually have support.
Yeah.
But I will warn you
Mm-hmm.
that first of all, don't leave them outside in the sun,
Mm-hmm.
um, and um, uh, and because they'll shrink, which is
Okay.
weird. And if you want to wash your Crocs, put them on the top part of the dishwasher,
Oh.
not on the bottom. That's too hot.
With the crock pots.
And then yeah, I mean, those are the two big things. You want to be careful with heat. Heat's really important to avoid. But eventually, you're going to wear them down. And if you don't have treads on the bottom of them anymore, throw them
Mm.
away, get some new Crocs.
Yeah, I think that's what she's trying to do is get some new Crocs because she's had the pair that she's worn for years. She absolutely loves them.
There's a Croc store in town.
I did not know that, but that's very interesting. I think that
And and
I
it,
need to make a trip over there.
and they're probably more expensive, but you could find out the right size.
Right. Yeah.
You could size them and then go, okay, so when we order from Amazon, they need to be women's blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or because yeah, because mine I have to wear a men's 12,
Hmm.
but it's a woman's like 15.
Oh yeah, she wears an 8. I'm assuming that's a woman's 8, but
Yeah.
yeah, she still will get and it'll just be a little too big or a little too small. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Hey, Chubbs, Timothy wants to know what has your experience with Gen Z workers in the retail space been? What has changed, if anything, with this new generation when they deal with the public?
Well, I don't deal with much Gen Zers.
Mhm.
It because I don't do a lot of retail shopping anymore. And they definitely are not checking you out at the well, actually that's probably I have had some Gen Zs that check out at the grocery store
Mhm.
and like waitresses or waiters. And they're not as attentive as the at least they it's not as friendly. It's not.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I've experienced because I was just thinking about this one guy and he was perfectly nice,
Yeah.
but it just like was there was no interaction. There was no, um, because that's the whole thing. The customer service was not there.
Right.
Not to say that they were rude or anything. They weren't. They just weren't kind of like they weren't there. They're just going through the motions.
Yeah, I
This is what
understand
I have
that.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was trying to think, the main ones that I've had were like at five and below, or five below, or the movie theater.
That's
Um,
true, movie theater. Yeah.
and yeah, it is. It's just kind of very much,
It's
I'm doing my
emotionless.
job so that I can get the hell out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but uh, yeah,
I'm always
okay.
shocked when you got somebody that's like, "Hi, can I help you?"
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
the most I think that I've gotten out of them interaction wise is I tend to wear t-shirts that are very, like superhero-ish, or have certain, like singers or something on it. And that's when they'll actually interact with me, like I'm, there. So, hey Chubbs, Timothy wants to know, how has the way Gen Z um, deals with mental health and emotional struggles changed from how Gen X handled it? Are you kidding?
Does he have a problem with Gen Zers?
I think that
So
he is just pissed. I think he went to the mall and some Gen Zer said, I can't deal with this. I have ADHD. And he just had a Gen X meltdown on them. But honestly, I think that Gen X deals with mental health and emotional struggles. I think they're much more aware because the mental health field is much more aware. But I think that they also tend to go a little bit overboard with it.
well, yeah. I mean,
But
absolutely. Well, it's kind of I it's when you give somebody the opportunity to blame
mhm.
their problems on something that's health related, they run with it.
Yeah, and I think that that's happened much more now. But I don't want to say that that's always a bad thing. It is when they do, like you just said, when they take that and make it an excuse instead of something that I have to work on or work with. Because in Gen X days, it was very much, did it kill you? Then you're fine. Walk it off. And that
Right.
wasn't a great thing, but at the same time, that's what we had to do.
Yeah, because the Gen Xers are the kids and the millennials were the ones that got the participation ribbons,
Yeah.
so they it's always if you well, and I know that I'm going to use an example of somebody who does what I'm talking about, but they're actually Gen Xers,
Mm.
but there's a certain guy on Facebook who posts every day about his mental health
Uh,
every day and
I know several of those.
that this is well I'm this way and it's like okay first of all no one asked and the second of all it's like uh, why is this a platform for that why are you sharing this it's just it becomes an excuse. I'm this way because I have mental health problems and it's like okay, I understand. I'm completely there about the mental health problems, but one of the other problems is oversharing.
Well, it's also that they're using it to explain it's okay for me to be a dick.
Yes,
And yeah,
exactly.
because like with me, finding out that I have ADHD and maybe a little autism thrown in there isn't easy for me. I'm a Gen Xer. Walk it off. So to actually realize, oh, there's something going on here I need to pay attention to. Okay, great. Now I'm going
That's
to pay
good.
attention to
And
it
you
and I'm going to
should.
find out how to work around. I'm going to work with it and I'm not going to use it to let it hold me back, basically.
Right.
And I see, like, I have another friend who was on Facebook recently, and she's just been a emo mess for years. Love her to pieces, but she's just like, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, girl, get a grip. Recently, she was finally diagnosed with several of these things, and now she knows something actually is going on, and she's getting better, and she's working with it. She's not letting it hold her back, but it
Right.
was something real, but she's not using it as an excuse.
Right. Where the person I'm talking about, that's all they do.
Yeah, it's like,
They-
I still remember working with people who were like, uh, um, just treated everybody like shit. I mean, made everybody miserable. And when I would say something about it, I would be told by my peers that I was working with, oh, they were abused when they were younger. So you just kind of like have to let her be that way. It's how she, and I'm like, no, just I'm sorry that happened to you, but you don't need to use that as your reason to treat people like shit. Anyway, okay, Timothy opened a can of worms, girl. All right, hey Chubbs, Timothy wants to know concerning podcasts, at what point does a conversation stop being authentic and start being context? Did you copy that from the real world intro? Uh,
yeah.
you know what? Just listen to our show and judge for yourself because, there are some things we do that are just for content, and there's some things like this that we've have real conversations
I don't
about.
think we do anything specifically just for filler
Well, the
content.
news and stuff like that. I don't
Yeah, but
consider that like necessarily conversation.
no, but that's okay. I guess, yeah. Then that I guess that makes sense. I just kind of I always think it as acting. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause a lot of times content for me it means that it's not authentic at all. It's
Oh,
just
okay. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Gotcha.
but you're right. The news and some of the things that we do talk about are content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of content, oh, by the way, thank you, Timothy. We really
Yeah.
appreciate
And
this
what's wrong?
question.
Get off those Gen Zers back. I don't know
Yeah.
what
These
his
poor
problem
kids
is.
today.
Of
Uh,
course, now how old do you think the people in I Kissed a Boy? You think they're all in their 20s?
I think there may have been a couple in their 30s, but I thought at least the older mustache guy, I thought he was early 40s, but I could be wrong.
Wait, Ollie?
Yeah.
No.
Late
And,
30s, early
and
40s?
I don't think so. Did you see how cute his dad was?
Oh, yeah.
It was funny because
They're all
immediately I
adorable.
thought, I hope Dan doesn't look at his dad and go, uh-oh, that's what he's going to look like. Because I mean, his dad was heavy, and Ollie is like super, buffed out and showing his ass
Yeah.
all the time. So it was kind of like, oh wow, how does that happen? That
Mhm.
so anyway, go ahead.
Well, some of our listeners would probably like Dolly's dad a lot.
Oh no, I thought he was
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah,
He cried. It was so sweet.
that was very sweet. Okay, so I remember queer bars that no longer exist.
Yeah,
I remember the Western, well, it was just becoming the Depot during the Western time. We talked about something like that last time.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
Uh
wasn't it was the Western, then it was the Western Depot, and then it was the
uh-huh.
Depot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
think it was Western Depot when I first went there.
yeah, I was at one of Joseph's
Oh yeah.
first bars back when I was 16.
Uh,
Um uh well, if you went up,
grade.
you could get in if it was like a weeknight.
Yeah.
There was nobody at the door. And that was interesting. You know, yeah, that was interesting. I remember uh, they had a jukebox, and somebody liked Boz Scaggs a lot. So the Boz Scaggs Silk Degree album had come out, and so
Mm.
I did a lot of dancing to that. So,
Oh, I do remember. So I think I went to Joseph's right before they moved over to the town and to the Del Paso area. Like just the tail end when they were getting ready to move.
oh
And then
no, this
they
this
had
was
that big,
this was way before that.
right. Yeah.
Not that it
Yeah.
wasn't that building,
So the one I'm talking about was the
the one in Country Club.
Meg, yeah, and then they had Maggie's for a while there, which was supposed to be like lesbian night or something, but it just did not take off. Um,
Yeah, because
but
wasn't it like it used to be a tiki restaurant or something?
I think so.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
something bizarre. And
but that's when I the first time that I met Heather as Heather
oh,
at that place, and it was very enlightening. Um, And then I we used to go to the town Joseph's Town and Country over at Del Paso. We went there for years for dinner, like every Saturday night or every other Saturday night, something like that. Old times. And then of course you remember the Merc, and the Merc's still there, but it's not how it used to be.
right.
Rest in peace, Merc.
Well, the thing is that it was gross. The
Yeah,
old Merc.
it was our gross.
Yeah,
Now,
except when you walked in, even after you couldn't smoke anymore in the bar,
hmm
you walked in and it smelled like smoke for like 10 years. They even repainted it and they couldn't get the smell out of the wood because
yeah.
it had the wood columns and the exposed wood on the ceiling,
Yeah.
and you couldn't get the smoke out of it.
Yeah, I liked when they finally finished the back, yeah, the back part, but then it became so inundated with the non-LGBTQ and
Drunk
not,
girls, drunk girls,
yeah, basically it just got to where it wasn't fun to be there. So
drunk girls.
yeah.
They were always in boy. Oh my God. We got to go over to the pictures. I just
Okay.
saw the first one.
I know, right? So Mr. Moose wrote in and said, "Hey, here's what's in my box." And let's see. We have slow cooked chicken with a cream and wine gravy, served with mashed potatoes and steamed green beans.
Now what am I going to do? I've got to have that.
I want the hopefully this is a fairly healthy lunch. Fish, fresh tomato or fish, tomato slices, and cantaloupe. That fish is amazing looking.
I know it's so big.
The closest thing I have is chicken nuggets in my freezer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I got some frozen shrimp.
oh wow. I haven't had some really good fish in a long time.
Well, I'll tell you the place up by Trader Joe's,
Hmm.
they do really good fish and it's pretty reasonably priced.
Okay, I'll have to remember that. See if I can get somebody who lives that way to go with me. Hmm. All right, now Tom has a few beautiful plates he wants to tell you about.
Okay, well, the first one is pepperoni chicken.
Hmm.
And basically, you just kind of you take chicken. This happened to be thighs. Take chicken thighs and cut them up into smaller pieces, and you put down like marinara. You put down, you put the chicken in the marinara. You put on uh, lightly do mozzarella, and then we did lardons of pepperoni, and you kind of sprinkle them over the top, and they bake. And as they bake, the pepperoni gets crispy, and it renders out the fat from the pepperoni. So it just mixes into a lovely like gravy, and then afterwards you can add more cheese if you want, but you got to make sure that your pepperonis are able to render. They have to be exposed. And it was served with some asparagus. uh,
Beautiful. I
the
love
next
the
one
china.
Yeah, the next one, this was at a store called Pho Mama. Um, and it's a little place out in Rancho that just got on the Michelin list.
Hmm.
This was the garlic noodles, and they were so good. A lot of times the garlic noodles don't they're not creamy enough. They're
Hmm.
not garlicky enough, and this was really good. And then we had the egg rolls, and these were I think they were pork egg rolls, but they were meaty, that not like the egg rolls you bite into and it's like this is supposed to be chicken egg roll, and all I see is like bean sprouts.
Yeah.
So and this was they were really good. And then the last one was the wontons. It was wontons with a chili crisp over the top of them. I wasn't thrilled with these. They didn't have a lot of flavor, and the chili crisp wasn't hot enough for me.
Hmm.
Um, and then finally, this is our favorite pho place right up the street. And I just was not in the mood for a hot soup when it's, 95 degrees outside. So I got myself some beef chow mein, and it was excellent.
It looks it.
Yeah, it was really good. Really,
Yeah.
really good.
Those dumplings just are calling me beautiful. Was that a chili sauce?
It's chili crunch, where it's the hot oil
Hmm.
with the junk that they throw in there. They throw in like chili and stuff, all different kinds of things, and it gives it kind of a uh, kind of I don't even know what you call that.
An oily
It's
heat.
well, it's they're bits. It
Okay.
gives you bits that go over the top. So some of it's like the crushed red chilies and other bits, whatever they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, just not hot enough.
Mm.
But yeah, now if somebody does want to send what's in their lunchbox, like Moose did, they
Hmm.
can send those to they can send them to chubsgonewild@gmail.com. But if you do want to see the ones that we just talked about, you can go to our Facebook page, and that's facebook.com/chubsgonewild.
Hmm.
And if you want to hear my other podcast with that other person, you can go to swanandjudd.com, or you can find it like all of our stuff anywhere. That's any place that has podcasts, you can get our stuff. Now, if you want to see Matt's other projects, you can go to which includes his books, kiss the guy, justkisstheguy.com. Um, or you can find all our links at allmylinks.com/Chubbs Gone Wild. And
Don't forget, if you watch us on YouTube, make sure that you like and subscribe because it really does help us out.
yeah,
It
it gets
expands our
us.
largesse.
Yeah, well, it shows up. We show up different places. It works into people's algorithms,
Yes.
and we build up a bigger base. And with it is our 600
That's
episodes. So,
right. It is our 600. It's time that we weighed our no.
oh, you know what I saw yesterday?
Uh-oh, what?
On Facebook how they're doing these things. Oh, these here's the wealthiest pop singers. Here's
Hmm. Hmm.
well, there was one. Here's how these people died who were on like my 1,000 pound life, or my
Oh,
it
geez.
was these horrible weight shows, and this is when they died and how they died, and it's like you guys are just
Yep.
ghouls.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Not to mention a lot of that stuff ends up being bullshit too.
Oh, I know. One was I saw one where these people all died in their bathroom. These famous people died in their bathroom.
Mm,
And one of them, the second one was Michael Jackson. He didn't die in a bathroom.
no. Mm-mm.
Oh, it's just and but and then they had the other thing that they're doing right now where they show, oh, here's all the people from this movie, and who's dead and who's not. And of course the cover picture always is like it's Christina Ricci and some girl with no arms.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is she lost her arms, and the second picture never comes into play, but they do it as clickbait. And so they
Right.
actually had they were doing the Addams Family, and they had Angelica Houston dead. She's not dead.
No.
And they but they do that every once in a while where they got
Yeah.
and I hate the fact that we've been talking about this for a while now, is that I'm starting to it's clouding my reality, and I
Hmm.
don't like that. I
Yeah.
like the fact is when they have pictures, and they had a picture of B. Arthur and Angela Lansbury, and then they had which was them from Mame
Hmm.
when they did it on Broadway, and then they had a picture of them hanging out, and it wasn't either of them, and it's like, what happens when that becomes the way I remember B. Arthur looking like some other woman, and
Yeah.
I actually saw a Golden Girl one where they had misplaced Betty White with some other woman. It's like,
Yeah. Okay.
what?
Yeah.
What?
My
Ah,
mom ends up watching some of those YouTube videos, and one of them was telling her that Tom Felton from Harry Potter, Draco
yeah,
Malfoy, died, and she was really bothered by that. And I'm like, okay, no, let me look it up. And it was all bullshit. They're doing it for clicks.
you're right. Well,
It's
and
just
yeah, he's
awful.
actually starting on Broadway in the Harry
Yeah,
Potter movie, playing Draco Malfoy, grown up in
right.
the Cursed Child in November.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's terrible. And I at first I thought, okay, this is AI. Somebody said, okay, I want pictures of AI of this person,
hmm,
and then the AI found the wrong picture. Okay, there's somebody named B. Arthur that they found a picture of, and they threw it up there.
mm,
No, no, come to find out, this is all just for clicks.
yeah,
Because not only are you watching it, but then you're going in there and you're going, that's not even B. Arthur.
right.
And they go, thank you.
Yeah, they have this thing now, because you do, the interactions count toward
Mhm.
stuff. The,
More
they,
than the likes.
yeah, they have one, oh gosh, what was it? They have an ad that I keep seeing on Facebook after it screwed up my algorithm with religious bullshit. That is like, are you a Christian and want to make hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars and just by doing nothing? And what it was basically them trying to get you to use AI to uh, take stories from the Bible and make them into parables and make them like YouTube videos,
Right.
or books, or try to sell them as your book original books, because you can't copyright the Bible, so you can just use it for whatever. So it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry about the tangent, but
No,
it,
it's
it's
good.
just uh, the crap that they want us to click on is
Hmm.
and so yeah. Remember, if you see that, folks, do not comment,
Right.
because if you comment, you're just playing into them. And I find myself sometimes I just have to. I have to do
Eh,
it. Oh my God, there was one that and there was one that was so terrible because everybody in the comments was like, "Oh my God, this is terrible. Oh my God, oh my God." And I finally said, You're all idiots. That's not even true.
right.
Stop clicking on this stuff. You're just giving them money."
Hmm.
And of course, they'll be going, "Oh, yeah, sure. He thinks he knows it, but he's wrong."
Right. That's like those the when you look at those videos and you see the same, like 20 different accounts saying the exact same thing with the exact same typos. You're like telling, and people are like, I just get so upset when I see that. I'm like, they're bots. They're not real. They're fake accounts, or they're farms, because they're
Right.
comment farms and stuff like that too. Stop with your bullshit. Ignore them and they will eat themselves.
Yeah,
Don't.
otherwise we're going to lose our own reality.
Yeah, yeah, it's not
So
far off.
I know. Okay.
All right. We love you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us and being here for 600 episodes. We love you, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
A network of inclusion.
UnivazPods.net.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.